Tonight on CTV News at 5.
The impact he's had on me has just been astronomical. I could not thank him enough.
Game changers, coaches are recognized for shaping athletes on and off the field.
All of a sudden, all ears, I found a pink grasshopper!
Pretty in pink, this rare grasshopper skipped the green screen.
Today was hometown cry, and I got to brag about Bracebridge, home of Santa's Village, heart of Muskoka.
And something to cry about, a special competition gets a shout out in New Glasgow.
Well, hear ye, upon this September weekend, a risk of frost on the ground while sunshine abounds.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Penocallis. Thank you for joining us. First at 5 tonight, National Coaching Week. From push-ups to pep talks, this week we celebrate the mentors and motivators that help athletes meet their full potential. As CTV's Vanessa Wright reports, they're a vital part of the game, and while there are challenges to the role, there are also a lot of rewards sitting on those sidelines. Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, Maria. That's right. Coaches are a meaningful part of any sport, but they also have other titles too: friend, mentor, and confidant.
Ewan Florin has coached thousands of players over his nearly 30-year career. It's an unpaid passion, he says, never gets old.
I just fell in love with helping the children and keeping the games alive. And the game gave me everything I have, my family, my house, my everything else.
It's this type of dedication that is celebrated during National Coaches Week, a chance to give coaches around the country the spotlight.
Really, it's just about celebrating the incredible impact of coaches from each level of sport, from, grassroots community to high performance. It's about recognizing the impact that coaches have had and just celebrating what they contribute to our communities from coast to coast to coast.
Though the job has many rewards, it also has its challenges, like knowing how to cater to the needs of different players.
The ability to be flexible and to tailor your approach to the people you are working with is a really critical and special part of being a coach, and something that when you have a coach that knows how to do that is a pretty incredible experience.
If one thing is for sure, a coach's impact is hard to forget, no matter how many you've had.
My pitching coach, Christian Vogler, at One Last Rep, he's made a very big impact on my baseball career. He really made me find my love for the sport again, and he's been very helpful in my improvement over the last year.
Mr. Norton, he was our gym teacher, but he was also our basketball coach, so yeah, he was a really good coach. He taught us more about the level of game and all that stuff, yeah.
Though his players come and go, Florin is hopeful his lessons will stick with them forever. His advice for aspiring coaches?
Just love it, not for you, love it for the children, for everyone else, because one day they're gonna be a coach, and just make sure you make a difference on their life, on the children's life first, to make sure they're happy and joyful.
And of course, you don't have to be an athlete to have a coach. This week honors anyone who plays a role in your life, even if that means it's from the sideline.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you, Vanessa. CTV's Vanessa Wright for us in the newsroom this evening. That actually brings us to tonight's web poll. We're asking, have you ever coached a sports team? These are your options. It's simple. Yes or no? Go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see the latest poll results. All right, let's head over to the anchor desk where Todd Battis is standing by with the headlines.
Thank you, Maria. Nova Scotia RCMP revealed today they will begin using cadaver dogs to try to find the Sullivan children. Jack and Lily have been missing from their Pictou County homes for more than 4 months now. It is the first time cadaver dogs have been used. Police are not saying where or when they will start. Bruce Frisco has details tonight. With the McDonald Bridge closing this weekend, drivers can expect another round of traffic headaches. This as plenty of events are scheduled on the peninsula in Halifax, including a parade, a protest, a Wanderers soccer game. Halifax Mooseheads have their home opener. Get there early. That story coming up at 6. A second transport truck found itself trying to navigate unsuccessfully, of course, under a Fredericton overpass today. It's the second time this has happened in a couple of days. It caused the intersection, that's usually busy around there downtown, to be closed for the entire day. Why does this keep happening? Laura Brown asks that question tonight. Got a question for Kayla Mitchell. How's the weather looking right now?
Well, pretty nice across a large part of the Maritimes. We still have a cold front moving through. There's some partly cloudy conditions around that front, couple of scattered showers. Northern areas of New Brunswick have already passed that front, so temperatures there are beginning to cool down already. That's why we can see some communities there headed down towards the low to mid-teens, whereas much of the rest of the Maritimes out ahead of that front is still sitting with temperatures around the high teens and the low 20s. The other thing that front is doing is bringing in some drier air from the north. Humidity did tick up just a little bit over the last couple of days. That's going to be coming back down for the weekend ahead. You can already see the effect that is having for areas in the north of New Brunswick, where relative humidity values have fallen between 30 and 40%. And what that will do for the weekend is give us a little bit of a crisp feel to the air, something you might expect out of an early fall day. Now, taking a look at the winds, and behind the front, they are becoming north and northwest. They're breezy. They're being sustained right now between 10 and 30 kilometers per hour. We're getting a few gusts reported between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour, including a gust at 52 right now near Fredericton. The wind gusts will continue to diminish as we move through the night. The other thing that's going to happen as we head through tonight, along with the winds coming down and the showers coming to an end, what's left of the showers that is that we'll see some clearing as an area of high pressure begins to move in from the west. That is going to give us a risk, though, in New Brunswick of some patchy frost tonight, and I'll talk more about that when I'm back a little bit later on, Maria.
Haven't heard that word in a long time. Thank you, Kaylin. We'll see you in just a bit. Right now, though, here's a sweet story. A couple of canine companions will bark I Do this weekend in a doggone adorable event that doubles as a fundraiser for a local animal shelter. CTV's Mike Lamb met the fetching bride-to-be.
This weekend at Good Robot Brewing, we are hosting My Big Fat Dog Wedding, a collaboration with Fly With Me, which is a local animal rescue. And we are going to get Hunter and Ava married, two local dogs that Haligonians voted on to actually become the lucky bride and groom. Fly With Me Animal Rescue, they are a local nonprofit organization that helps dogs find homes. And any organization that is down for a dog wedding is good with Good Robot.
This is Ava. Tomorrow she's going to be getting married to actually her cousin, Hunter. We entered them into the contest kind of on a whim, not really knowing if they were going to win, but they were obviously quite popular. They're both 10. He's about 6 months older than her. They're both rescues. They're best friends. They love playing, wrestling, tug of war, snuggles, all that kind of stuff. I think she's a little bit over all the fuss. She doesn't really know what to make of all the attention, all the dressing up she's been getting, but she does like all the pets, that's for sure.
If you don't have a ticket, don't sweat it. The garden is open all day. The market is open to non-ticketed people, so come one, come all. We have room for you.
It should be really fun. She's excited. We're both excited.
Well, good luck. All right, time for our first break here on CTV News at 5. When we come back, though, we will highlight the amazing New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery prizes ahead of tonight's bonus prize deadline. And a little later, we have this story.
I'm Ryan McDonald at Felix Marchand Elementary School in Lewisdale, Nova Scotia, home of the Fireflies. But today we came here to meet a student who found a different kind of bug on her lawn back at home, a rare pink grasshopper. Her story is coming up.
Empower your menopause journey at the first ever Atlantic Menopause Show, October 17th in Halifax, with keynote speaker Dr. Adele Piper, plus the latest in research, treatments, and more. For tickets, visit atlmenopauseshow.ca.
Welcome back. The New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery is well underway, and the bonus prize deadline is midnight tonight. Here is Move 106.9 Sarah Betts with more on the prizes and the impact.
Welcome to this amazing grand prize show home here in Quispamsis. All of this supporting the New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery. We're here with Shannon Hunter, President and CEO of the St. John Regional Hospital Foundation. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a very exciting day.
Yes, it is. Can we start off with saying, where do the proceeds go?
Absolutely. This program is critical to healthcare. The New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery has raised over $20 million in net proceeds to advance key priorities, some at the St. John Regional Hospital, some at other hospitals across the province. This year, the proceeds are going to support a cardiac-enabled hybrid OR, as well as a spinal robotics program at the St. John Regional Hospital, both reaching the entire province.
Wow, that's very, very cool. And all with this too, these amazing prizes. Tell us about those.
Absolutely, we have 3 big prizes amongst many. So the first is the Grand Show Home, which we are in today. It's absolutely beautiful, over 3,000 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a gourmet kitchen, butler's pantry, and it has a little bit of a farm style home vibe, but with Tuscany a little bit. So anyways, it's quite different than previous homes. It comes fully furnished, $50,000 cash, and it is custom designed by Martel Custom Homes, so just spectacular. The second prize is a cottage in Grand Lake. Really, it could be a house that you live in year-round. It's absolutely phenomenal, 1,600 square feet. It feels almost like a spa retreat. That is built by Kent's. And then our third prize, which is why we're here today, is a 2025 Toyota Tacoma, as well as a trailer, a pass for Parks Canada. And if that doesn't interest you, then you can opt for a $100,000 cash prize.
Okay, amazing. And that big deadline at midnight tonight, what's the importance of that?
Well, that is for the bonus prize. So that is for the 2025 Tacoma and trailer, or the $100,000.
Okay, perfect. And where do we get those tickets?
You can purchase them online at NewBrunswickHospitalHomeLottery.com or by calling the 1-800 number.
Amazing. Thanks, Shannon, for bringing us here today.
Thank you so much.
That's what it's all for, the New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery. Get your tickets for that deadline at midnight tonight, all supporting all this gorgeousness and healthcare in New Brunswick.
Thank you, ladies. Kaylin Mitchell joins us now, and Kaylin, the all-important weekend is ahead of us. How's it looking out there?
Well, it's looking like it's going to be a very sunny weekend, though with the nights and the early mornings feeling a little bit on the brisk to chilly side. We're looking out here at Halifax from the Dartmouth side of the harbor. I'll have more on that forecast after break.
Start your morning with us for what you need to start your day. News, weather, and even a little fun. Your Morning Atlantic with Amanda Devison, Crystal Garrett, and Latavia Beezer. Weekdays from 6 to 9 on CTV2 and CTVAtlantic.ca.
Welcome back. We're about to make someone very happy. CTV has teamed up with Scotiabank Centre for a big ticket giveaway. One lucky viewer is about to win a Scotiabank Centre prize package that features home game tickets to see the Halifax Mooseheads and the Halifax Thunderbirds, plus 2 tickets to see Warren Ziders, Sarah McLachlan, the Beaches, and the Tea Party. We're also throwing in 5 one-night stays at Moxie Halifax downtown. Are you ready for it? The winner is Deborah O'Coin from Truro. Congratulations to you, Deborah, and thank you to everyone who took part. What a super prize. So there you go, fall and winter. You've got a plan most weekends.
Yeah, that's right, Deborah. Congratulations. That is definitely a fun-filled package for sure.
All right, Kaylin, now we need some good weather to go along with it for this weekend anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, the weather this weekend, much like it has been over the last couple months, lots of sunshine in that forecast, so we'll get into the details of that in a moment. Let's take a look today at what was going on around Port Hawkesbury in Cape Breton, and this is some drone footage. Nice shot here as we look at our sunrise and sunset times. We did have that cold front that was passing across the region today. A little bit of cloud cover with it, the odd scattered shower, but the majority of those showers very, very light. In a lot of cases, not much more than a sprinkle of rain. And of course, we continue to need much more wet weather than that. Taking a look at our weather systems map, barometric pressure is down a little bit towards the lower side. It was falling ahead of and with the passage of that front, which has now almost cleared the maritime region with winds becoming northerly and behind it. That's going to be really cooling off temperatures tonight, especially as the sky clears because of this high pressure system moving in from the west. And it's going to be this high pressure system that will be centered over the Maritimes for the weekend, which is why we have rather clear conditions for most areas. Now, taking a look at things on radar, it looks like there's a couple spotty showers left, just trailing in behind the front around a few parts of Prince Edward Island, the southeast New Brunswick, maybe drifting into locations in Cumberland County. Those will be coming to an end as we continue to make our way through this evening. The trend will be for clearing as we move through tonight, and during the overnight hours, the risk of some patchy frost developing for basically northern and western areas of New Brunswick. We'll take a look at the frost advisories in in a moment. It is going to be a cool to brisk start to the day on Saturday and a crisp feel to the air throughout the day, even in the afternoon. Now, Saturday afternoon, a little bit of cloud cover may develop from the Gulf of St. Lawrence and move over parts of both Prince Edward Island and locations in Cape Breton. And for Cape Breton, that cloud cover will be accompanied by a low chance of a shower, especially for Inverness and Victoria counties. For any given community in that part of Cape Breton, it's about a 20 or 30% chance of a shower, maybe a 20% chance of a shower as well for Cape Breton County. Taking a look at winds in the forecast for tomorrow, they remain out of a northerly direction, mostly north and northwest. They are going to be a bit on the blustery side, with some gusts coming up between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour. The gustiest conditions will be around the eastern coastline of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and parts of the east of Nova Scotia, parts of the north shore of the mainland, and locations in Cape Breton. Taking a look at the frost advisories in effect for tonight, they're here highlighted in through the blue. So this is mostly for areas at lower elevations, or at least that's where the risk of frost will be highest. That could be spots like fields, for example, or valleys. There, low temperatures will fall into a range around -1 to +4, and that'll give you your risk of some patchy frost. I know it's getting late into the season for many of the gardeners out there, at least the home gardeners, but if you do have any temperature-sensitive plants out that you can cover up or bring inside, you know, with the frost advisory in effect tonight, would obviously be a good night to do so. Low temperatures tonight will be falling into a range for other parts of the Maritimes around the mid to high single digits, a few near 10 degrees in parts of Nova Scotia, and then high temperatures in the forecast for Saturday for the province of New Brunswick between 14 and 18 degrees, around 15 degrees for Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island for tomorrow. Most of the highs between 14 and 18 for Nova Scotia. A lot of these high temperatures around the mid-teens. That's just slightly below average for this far into September. As for Sunday's forecast, an area of high pressure is still going to be in place. So once again, Saturday night into early Sunday morning, temperatures in the Maritimes are going to be brisk, even chilly, and I'd watch for some more frost advisories to be issued as well. So think about it as it being a brisk start to the day on Sunday, but temperatures in the afternoon do come up a bit compared to Saturday. So high temperatures on Sunday around most of the Maritimes up between 18 and 21 degrees. And that's pretty much dead on the averages for this far into September. Now, speaking of the start of the of next week, we have some increasing cloudiness, but otherwise it's going to be generally fair weather conditions, and we've got the fall equinox coming up. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And are we going to do the weather watcher for tonight? Can I get an answer? Okay, there we go. And this is coming in from a student at Hillside Elementary. They've sent us a drawing of a number of natural disasters in this, including flood, fire, hail, and a tornado. Some fierce weather depicted here. Weather watchers can come in to CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Wanted to remain anonymous, Kaylin. Beautiful abstract art. All right, now you could say it's a story about puppy love and how one man is going the extra mile to spread joy as he takes his daily walks with his wiener dog. John Venny Valley Rao now with more on the dynamic duo.
Do you want to go for a walk? That's the question Rich Lutchford loves to ask his best friend Maya, a tiny dachshund whose daily walks involve more than the usual gear. Go on then, let's go. Because Lutchford, hoping to fetch some smiles, aiming to turn heads with an inflatable suit that has nothing to do with Halloween.
Just thought it would be funny.
Lutchford, who works as a roofer, simply started regularly walking Maya in public dressed like this. A wiener dog walking a wiener dog.
People kind of look at me like, what is this? Other people are smiling, and I point at them and say, that's what it's all about. That smile. Have a great day. Yes! Have a great day!
Lutchford hoping to add some levity to a world that could use it right now.
Yeah!
And this, the kind of response he gets everywhere he goes.
I've had literally people scream, stop, say, oh my gosh, and then drive off.
And of course, everyone wants a picture. What do you love about it?
Everything. That he's walking in public like that. I love it.
I think it's great. Lutchford also posting videos of himself doing things like going to the dog park and wandering through a grocery store. All sorts of local groups are now asking him to make appearances. The mayor of neighboring Whitby noticed and awarded him a certificate, acknowledging the joy he was bringing to others.
I thought it was pretty cool.
So what does Maya think of it all? Lutchford says she gets excited when he puts on the suit.
I think she likes me more as a dog than as a human.
And Lutchford, he plans to keep on warming as many hearts as he can, leaving his mark one smile at a time. John Benavelli-Rouse, CTV News, Oshawa, Ontario.
All right, time for a final break here on CTV News at 5. When we come back, we will bring you this story loud and clear.
Hi, I'm Makambi here in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. Coming up on CTV News at 5, lots of crying here in this community this weekend as they host the 150th International Criers Competition, welcoming criers from across Canada, the UK, and the United States. I'll have more coming up. Hi, I'm Makambi here in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. Coming up on CTV News at 5.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay!
A phrase shouted loud and clear today in the town of New Glasgow, where 15 criers from all over the world are ready to be put to the test.
We've got town criers from England, from Ontario, British Columbia, Nova Scotia, the United States. It's great. It's an international event, and we're very proud of it.
James Stewart has been New Glasgow's town crier for 33 years and has won many awards himself, including the Nova Scotia Guild Championship in 2011 and 2018. He says this year is the perfect year to host the competition.
We're, kind of a bunch of introverted extroverts that, when we put our uniforms on or our livery, and everything just kind of changes and people find you more accessible.
It's our 150th birthday. We thought, yeah, this is a good year to really get into it. And so we've been planning.
Sorry about that, everyone. We've got some technical issues. You can find that story on CTV News.